Oh yeah, I'm here, y'all. Y'all can come on in the room. Just get my thoughts together. Hello, Miguel. Yes, it's just going to be a little short interlude by me. I got some questions to ask Mr. Tofu Alley. Hello, Mr. Lord. How you doing, dear?
Tomorrow's production available at today's market. Upgrade your bells today and start living big.
Yes, Blaze in Detroit. Hello. There, I got you up there. Miguel, hello. Yeah, y'all go ahead and speak to each other in the chat because I'm going to be doing some talking myself. I want to ask Tofu Alley a few questions here. Okay. Yes, yes. I was there on YouTube today on Lady Nika's channel, and I went up there, to give her praise and all that. I also noticed that the content of her stuff went to the left. And, I'm the type of guy, people know I don't really want to be on here conflicting with anybody or saying anything to anyone. But, Sir King, why do you have to bring me up in your content when I know what you were saying was right to a certain degree and a certain extent? But you want me up there to argue with a young fool that's already done ruined the moment for somebody that I care dearly about. Uh, you have things to always say to me about being old in a slight way. Yeah, so what? I was born during the time of civil rights era. I was born in 1950. You weren't even thought of as a little wink in somebody's eye. You know, I'm just saying. And when you had a good one going, for me, you had a good thing going until you start questioning me. Why didn't I do this? Why don't I do that? I chose not to because it was her platform. It was her time to shine. It wasn't my damn fault that Kiki came up there and fucked up the moment for her. Okay? And for me to try to interject and try to talk about civil rights and being married to a white woman and all that bullshit, it would have went totally left. Because Kiki would have got up there and said, this little fuck shit, I'd have said my fuck shit. Lady Nika asked for people to respect her platform. And that's what I was trying to do. Now, as for the rest of them coming up there, voicing their opinions and saying what they wanted to say, that was their damn business. Okay? I don't like getting into bullshit when it's not necessary. I came up there to congratulate Lady Nika, tell her about glad her daughter was uh, doing better from her COVID. None of that was mentioned. You up here wondering why I don't talk about civil rights, why I don't talk about being married to an interracial, being in an interracial marriage. Sir King, Tofu, when I get ready to talk about it, I'll be up on my platform. I'll be here letting people know my history. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to pick an argument with you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just wish that every time you're trying to get people over there to you to talk to you, that you wouldn't bring up their name negatively. Okay. And as far as me flirting with Lady Nika, as someone in your chat was saying, it's all fun and battering. Me and Lady Nika knows what goes on. We've had conversations about it, and I talked about it. You know, even on other people's platforms. You know, a lot of it is fun and games. To me, it's fun and games. You know, I want to enjoy life. I don't want to be a sourpuss. I don't want to sit up there and tell everybody that the world is all wrong. Everybody's wrong for what they say and do. No, we're not wrong. We all have our opinions. But for me to bring you up like this, I'm not trying to get a goddamn another 1,000 clicks and views like you said before. It just so happened that it happened. Okay. I try to stay out of beef shit. I try to come over there with you when things are light, when things are gayish and happy. I don't want to be over there arguing and beefing with people all the time. Life is too short for me. You know, I never know when I'm going to die or when something's going to happen to me out there. Even catching COVID is a danger to me right now. So I wish you would refrain from bringing me up in your comments just so you could get a rise out of me because I'm not rising for you. I'm just asking you to be more respectful. That's all. If you care about an old person and their history, why don't you just have a night where you bring up people on panels that want to talk about history, that want to discuss things that went on in the hello, Miss Cruiser, uh, things that went on in this country before you were even born, before you were even thought about, the things that we had to go through, like sitting in the back of a damn bus or going to a restaurant and not being served. Okay. The things that you haven't experienced. Yeah, I experienced them. And a lot of times I don't even want to talk about them because I get pissed off and mad. I try to be sensible about life and know everybody is not the same. And for you to jump people like Sassy, myself, Bless Watkins, even Lady Nika, I get where you're coming from with the Kiki situation. But that's I don't know what to say to you except don't bring me into the bullshit, man, when I'm not, I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to start a whole goddamn new argument up on that panel. You know, I hope this guy does come back to Nika and people will respect him. Or I hope Nika can get to him one on one and talk with him, even behind the scenes. But far as me saying something to a person just because, I'm not going to do that. I'll give you my thoughts. I might say something funny, but when it comes to signifying about people, I'm trying to stay out of that mode. You know I don't have a big platform. I don't have a lot of people that listen to me, but when I do come up here, I'm going to come up here with some common sense, and I'm not ripping you. I just said you had a good performance this afternoon, but Lord, you broke off into never never wonderland again. Some advice you give is good, but other advice when you try to give it, you talk about people. I could say stuff about you having that old fat woman coming up there in your screenshots. Fat people, you're always talking about women, you know, teasing women about their size. But a lot of people don't agree with you on certain things that you do. I don't agree with everything that you do, but I respect you enough not to mention you when I come on live or when I try to do my music. I'm just asking you, man to man, as an older man to a younger man, you know, I respect you. I honor your show. I honor all people's shows. Hell, I go on, when I go on a platform, I tell them that I like the content. I like them talking. I mean that. Okay, lady, Lady Nika, she's a special to me. Crystal King, she's special to me. Boss Lady New Jersey, they're special to me. Hell, even Kwani even is even special to me. All women are special to me, Sir King. Okay, and yeah, they make mistakes, but we as men, and I'm saying men to you, we fuck up too. So you have to look at what you're doing also. All right. And when you bring me into the situation to where you're trying to get me up there to say something or do something, I'm not going to do it with you like that. I'm going to come up there and have a civil conversation. I'm going to try to kiki and laugh about it and let it go. But I'm not going to get up there on your panel or nobody else's panel and argue with a person that doesn't believe in me or what I'm trying to do or what I'm saying. Okay? It's not about the rah rah with me anymore. It's about being an older adult, a senior citizen, someone who's trying to reach out and understand why people do the things that they do. And we really don't have to. Yes, race is the biggest thing that we need to talk about. Race relations, men and women's relations, and things of those nature. Now, you got mad and angry with Dimples, and I don't blame you. I said from day one when Dimples did that fucked up shit to you, I was done with Dimples. And I don't blame you for being or doing the things that you do. But on the same token, you got to realize all people aren't sane. All people aren't like you, brilliant when it comes to YouTube and shit. But there are some things that you need to learn too. Sensitivity. And I'm a very sensitive old man. You call me out and ask me why I didn't talk about the civil rights, why I didn't talk about the civil rights there on Lady Nika's platform, or I could have jumped in there and said something. Kiki was there. I spoke to him earlier. As you know, I didn't argue with him or say nothing to him. When he said something, I said, oh, here we go. I keep my mouth shut. I pick the times to pick my fights. And when I get ready to talk about Kiki, it'll be on my platform. You know, I quit looking at him. The only time I see him when he does pop up on Bless Watkins. Yes, and I watch Bless Watkins too. Or Miss Cruiser. I love Miss Cruiser, even though she's in the chat. Everybody that's in my chat, I love them. Okay, I do. I love them. So don't get it wrong and don't get it twisted. I'm not looking to pick a fight with you. I'm not looking to start a backwards and forwards with you anymore. If we can't talk as adult men with all this subliminal uh, tearing down of one another, hey, I'm cool with it. Okay. So that's all I had to say, folks. I'm not going to get up here and cuss and rant and rave and act a damn fool and talk crazy to somebody. I respect you, Sir King, and your platform. I respect Lady Nika and her platform. I respect every content creator and their platform when we have something in common, and that's being happy, being joyous. And to Boss Lady of New Jersey, I thank you for allowing me to come up there with you on certain nights and talk. Crystal King, I love you. Houston Bread, I care about you. And even Jay Dunn. Let me say something else. Jay Dunn, you didn't mention her not once in your life. Coming back and letting Lady Nika know about this man. Okay. Everybody thought she was up there for the rah rah. And I did just like she did. I went back and checked in him. He is a legit content creator. He has his own podcast. And Jay Dunn was just saying that that was it. She wasn't trying to be funny. Even Lady Nika apologized to her. I applaud you, Jay Dunn. Even though I don't agree with a lot of things you say at times, I applaud you. And for all of those that love the rah rah and bullshit, well, okay, I'm fine with it. But I'm not going to be part of that. I'm going to try to get on here and try to talk sociable. I'm going to get on here and try to have people come up with some sense. And I'm like Lady Nika, you get tired of people coming up, jawing at everybody's throat. We're cussing each other out. We as black people should know better by now. After 200 and something years of stupidity, we still haven't learned we should love one another. And when I say love, I don't mean just love in a sexual way either. So don't get that twisted. We should love each other to where we can have fun. We can say things without getting mad with each other. All this doxing and bullshit going on in the world is crazy. That's another thing. I'm gonna get with people on their panel that really want to talk about subjects that are irrelevant to this YouTube channel. So, like I said, Sir King, I I appreciate what you had to say today, but please don't call me out like that. You know, if I want to talk to somebody about civil rights, and you know what, a lot of young people don't want to hear it. A lot of young people don't want to hear it. If you be honest about it, because they've been so conditioned to listening to bullshit that it's hard for them to listen to an older person. There's no respect on this channel, on these YouTube streets, nowhere for an older person, unless he's out there that's got what 2 or 3 thousand views, or they're somebody that's really famous and they want to, like you say, clout chase. I don't think people really clout chasing. They're just trying to get their word out and their things out. So if you want to turn this around and say that I'm old and senile and I I'm afraid to get into beefs with people, I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to every time somebody disagrees with me to get the cursing and arguing. And I made that mistake once a long time ago on these channels, on these YouTube streets. I'm not going to make it anymore. And for all those that came in to listen, I want to say thank you. I'm not going to ask for no likes or dislikes or whatever. You can do whatever you feel like doing. But I will be back. And when I come back, I'll be playing music. You know, I'm going to still get out in the streets and listen to people. But as an announcer, King, Tofu, just leave me out of it. That's all I'm asking. Just leave me out of it. So goodbye, y'all. Thank you, Miss Cruiser, for coming up. Thank you, LaGale. Uh, just Blazing Detroit. How you doing? Dolores, all the people that I see right here in the stream right now, I'm just saying thank you for coming up. Okay, with that, I'm gonna say love, peace, and aces. That's for you, Miss Crystal. All right, bye bye.